Now this is the new coffee. This is breakfast, brunch, and dinner all rolled into one. You see how all this artistry is here, and it's just taking notes and things like that. What does being mean to me? It's one of those pieces of information today. Virgo, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just eccentric today. I just want to be eccentric today. Okay, we'll be RockStar'Seed tomorrow too. Okay, we're gonna see what comes out because I'm feeling the Sagittarius, the philosophical energy and the waves of, it's like shock waves, but not in a way that's like tarnishing or punishing to hurt you or anything like that. It's just, these are shock waves of revelation, something with your third eye chakra. But keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I always feel like when I start these readings, it's like, oh, this is gonna be funny, you know, but it don't never turn out funny. I don't know what happens. I got sense of humor, so let's see what messages for Virgo. You have quite a few messages here, so I got some I have a broad interpretation for you today. If you hear squealing, that is my chair. Do not laugh at me. I will get another one when this one actually falls apart. I'm one of those people who will hold on to it until it completely falls apart, where you have no choice but to get a new chair. Is that true, Virgo? You're somebody who's like, it ain't broke, ain't nothing wrong with it. I had that chair for 80 years. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And it sounds like a engine going down the street. All you're trying to do is just sit down. Like, it sounds crazy. Okay. So when I'm going to use these cards, I'm shuffling them now, but I'm going to use these cards because you see how they look very vintage, right? They all look brown, like the older pictures and things like that. These cards, the philosophical energy I was talking about, these cards I'm going to shuffle and pick one because in my premonition it said, so what do you're ciphering through history, ethereal education, or whatnot, any kind of education. What do I want to explore today? What do I feel like studying and learning today? This is giving me somebody who's an extern, who's independent, who's in a big city, who's just living life. You don't have any kids. Or you could have kids, Virgo, but you out exploring, adventuring. You on this spiritual journey. It's a big city vibe. Like you could have come from the south and you live in a big city because you went to school there, or you furthered your education there. But it does give me entrepreneurial, non-committal. Remember Marley and Me with Jennifer Aniston and Owen Wilson. Well, Marley and Me, it was Marley was the dog. You see how free-spirited they were? They were in Florida, but you see how free-spirited they were. That whole movie is my shit. You know what I mean? I love Jennifer Aniston and Owen anyway, but I like that storyline. It was so sentimental. It just pulled on a lot of heartstrings. So go watch that movie if you've never seen it, Marley and Me. It's just something about it was so easygoing and just free-spirited. You know what I mean? Something about you is adventurous, though. Like they started out one place and they ended up going somewhere else. You know, and they built a life there. And they end up moving again. They moved a couple times as life went on. They had 3 kids. They had that dog. Okay, so this is going to tell me what you feel like. What are you going to be focusing on? Or what you should be focusing on. That is a Virgo card. Gentleness. You see how she's pure, she's virgin, she's feminine. So your femininity, your chastity, purity, I feel like you're going to be spiritually connecting with water, or you should spiritually connect with water. Right here. I'm turning that fan off. Hold on. Yes, I need silence. I need solitude. Is that you, Virgo? You need a lot of silence, a lot of solitude. And my water is not cold. So you just hold on a second. I'm going to go refresh my water. So I'm hearing, and now I want to get an up close look at the bride. Okay? She is astounding. She is stunning. Someone has a mother-in-law who is the devil. She said, I wish my son were so lucky. She was like, here we go. Here we go. What? You were a television weather woman who drove a station wagon for TV, and she said, and you drunk red wine from a box. Classic. Oh my gosh. So when I see the card gentleness, snowflakes, something that's like winter white. So someone's going to have a wedding, a winter white wedding. But when you draw this card, you are reminded of the virtue of gentleness. Life can be harsh at times, but the way we respond to challenges determines our receptiveness to its spiritual gifts and our connection to the world. If you feel tempted to revert to old ways of dealing with a situation, remember the wise counsel of Chinese writer Han Suyin, or Suyin. There's nothing stronger in the world than gentleness. So ladies, we can't be like the men anymore. I mean, you can make your own money, I'm not saying that, but we can't be like the men anymore. What's further amplifying that? Abundance is on the bottom. This is the key to your abundance. Here, let's just put this right here. So what if everything is as it should be? What if that was the case? Like, how would you be? Really? You just gonna fall while I'm trying to tell my message? So it started off with citrine. I'm feeling a lot of creative Empress energy, but creative is the name of the game. Creative happiness manifestation. It's like a power play, a powerful and energizing energy. It's something that derives its warmth from the rays of the sun and shines positivity wherever it's needed. So like vitamin C for the soul. Okay, it works both on physical and emotional levels. It transmutes negative into light. And it's like light-filled vibes and positivity. I told you somebody is on the town, and I like that energy for you. This is great for enhancing one's prosperity as well. And that's what I feel like you're focusing on, is you creating your life. It magnifies your creativity to inspire manifestation. It's known as the light maker. Okay? It encourages fresh beginnings, new ideas, and live life to the fullest. Accept the abundance that's coming your way, Virgo. Now, even though this is a Virgo reading, your sun sign can very easily be Aries, Gemini, Leo, or Libra. Okay, this is citrine. You also have citrine spirit quartz. You even have sapphire for royalty, wisdom, and knowledge. But you have intentional self-awareness and discernment. You have cuprite, generosity, security, and flow. You have cobalto calcite. That's about love and emotional healing. Okay, and then you got rose aura quartz. You got stability, grounding, and roots. I just feel like you're good where you are. So before we start with these, you notice that you got. It's time for you. I want you to focus on the seeds you already nurtured. Nurture the seeds you got planted right now, and make sure that provides the right kind of substance to succeed. And you are called to weed out negativity and naysayers, including your inner critic. You know, and know that despite it all, you're good enough. If that's not a Virgo read, I don't know what the hell that is. Because Virgos worry. They're perfectionists, and I love you to pieces for it. Okay. So we are astral traveling. Okay, you got Desert Rose too. Time travel, astral. That's what made me pull these cards out about what do I want to focus on? What do I need to focus on? A natural beauty, you know, and its petals were patiently etched by the sand with the Desert Rose. You want to see it? That's pretty, right? So carrying with them a special message of good things do take time. So we said something about being virtuous. Virtuous is patient. So time traveling, I feel like you're ahead of your time, or you brought out projects a lot in, like in the past. A lot of the stuff that you have accomplished, your creative endeavors, were ahead of your time. And but it's also able to it healed past wounds that still affect you today and alleviate pain from this lifetime or a past lifetime. That's why you're called to focus today, because things could be coming to the surface that legit irk your soul, or still bother you, or still impact your life. It intrudes on your peace at the end of the day. So we have our root chakra. So that's where the groundedness is coming. And don't forget, I like that you're a humanitarian at heart too. You are. It's a humanitarian at heart. I just want to channel all these messages. You're trying to take a non-violent approach. What? Virgo, you want to kick somebody's ass because you're trying to build a life that that takes the non-violent approach, or I'm supposed to tell you not to take the non-violent approach. But let's be very clear. You see this beautiful elephant looking thing right here? This is Ganesha. This is about new beginnings and removal of obstacles. So you're at the beginning of a new venture that's going to bring you great joy and success. And this has been you've been removing a lot of the roadblocks that were placed before you. Meaning, if you was blackballed or naysayers, granting you a smooth transition into this very moment. These roadblocks do not exist outside of you. However, these are like fluctuations. They're like fluctuations of the mind. Anything you think that has the power to kind of like stop you or slow you down or hinder your progress. So represented by this, you see what I'm saying? Just look at the picture. When you stop worrying, when you calm your wavering mind, you are able to overcome any obstacle. It'll continue to bring you a lot of like success and harmony. You have awareness of your true consciousness. You're starting to, because you're supposed to take the non-violent approach. And you know what? When I see this card, this is like going back to the basics. Because you see how they're all there? Once you had a taste of peace, you'll cut anybody off to keep it. That's what this card says. So what is it? It's about you being in a place where you can relax, unwind, and be content with where you are. You have done tremendous work to be at this place. Now is the time to let it sink in and enjoy the fruits of your labor. We often spend our whole lives striving towards the next goal and skipping over accomplishments. We never allow ourselves to experience true contentment. That's what this card is, contentment. And I feel like you'd be much more content when you're around your people or your soul tribe. You see, these look like a bunch of Muslim sisters. Okay? But God wants you to take in all that is around you. What you have co-created, how far you've come, how blessed you are, the people you love, that you are safe, loved, and supported by God. You will not fall behind taking a pause. I think that's the biggest fear. It's like, I need a break, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose my rhythm and everything I have built. But you taking a pause and being to be content with what you have, to just really take it all in, And this is a real earthy vibe, Energy, it nourishes, and it gets you. It helps you throughout all your future endeavors. Yeah, Virgo. Now, it's because you have it started with the root chakra. So the root chakra is about you arriving to a place where you're very grounded in life. Your ideal home is even in the process of manifestation, and you are setting roots where you are. Okay, to put all that together. This reflects the deep healing work you have done to undo ancestral ties and generational curses that were previously holding you back. So when you heal your personal life, you heal the lines of all those who came before you and all those who come after you. Ancestral hardships that consist of poverty, immigration, slavery, abuse, war, that all that came to an end. And you have set a path for a new way of being for all of your ancestors to come. So thank you. And I think your ancestors thank you too. So this is like, how do I actually enjoy what I do. Okay? That's where this crystal, that's why some of these crystals are good. Love, emotional healing, and compassion, like cobalt, calcite. Love is all you need. You know, it's a stone of unconditional love and forgiveness. It promotes emotional healing above all else. It fosters compassion for yourself. It exudes that confidence that you are about your self-worth that can only be cultivated from within, going within. Like self-love rituals are encouraged, you know, especially those that nourish and honor your body as a temple. It amplifies the vibration of love, nurturing your inner child, and it gives you endless energetic hugs. You are always supported. Someone's Venus sign could be in Cancer. Your Mercury sign could be in Virgo. Some of your Venus could be in Aquarius. Some of your moon signs and Saturn signs could be Virgo, Libra, or Sagittarius with the sapphire, because fairness rules the kingdom, and that's what I feel like you're building, an empire when sapphire wears the crown. So sapphire is a power. You see a lot of royals, they always got that sapphire stone on their crowns and their jewelry and stuff. Sapphire wields its power through kindness and wise judgment. I feel like you are overcoming a mentality where if you're not a royal, you can't dress or act or carry yourself in a way that was culturally correct, like your ancestors used to do. You know what I'm saying? This is known as the stone of wisdom. It enhances the focus, the concentration, and learning abilities. It activates the third eye, the throat chakra. It guides you towards knowledge beyond the stratosphere. It brings a lot of blessings to fortune to those who wear this stone. So you should invest in a sapphire stone if you can, like a real one. You're going to pay you might pay some millions. I don't know what it costs, but with this inflation, it might cost $1 million. I don't know, but get you a sapphire stone. So, some more about Virgo, please. Pardon me, I have allergies. I'm going to drink my water. Like, this is for the Virgos who I don't know a Virgo who don't take themselves serious, but they take their legacy more serious. They're not bullshitting around. There's not those Virgos. You have Yamas, and you do have a third eye chakra right here. But you see the diamonds, and then I talked about the sapphire. Your kindness and compassion and generosity beam to all around you. Something about universal morality. So Mr. Morale could be significant. If you listen to Kendrick Lamar, that's the vibe. Only honesty flows from your lips. You speak words that steep in truth. You display honor, and you're non-stealing. You're not stealing because of your deep sense of control. Like, you focus only on what truly matters and have let go of excess belongings. You know, practicing non-possessiveness. Like, you're shedding all that doesn't serve you because you get into your higher self. I think you are at your higher self. I like this card too. This is very peaceful. It's like, it looked like the bird, like her hand is out and the bird went away, like they came to tell her a message, or they're coming to tell her a message with this card. A lot of these cards are derived. They're Indian culturally, they're Indian based. A lot of these spiritual messages. This is about truthfulness. You see with the bird, the communication. Again, so you got grounded, truth, and love, and gentleness. So it's a good time to work in your femininity right now. It's a great time to move into that feminine receptive energy, because you're allowed to. You should to see your abundance. I think you should see your abundance from a different point of view. Like, you are moving towards your truth. So peeling off a lot of layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by societal conditioning. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I like to exercise and eat healthy all the time. If that's boring to you, We're just not a compatible fit. See you so long, kind of thing. You are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face. Finally coming home to yourself. This is like very intimate energy. This truth has been dormant inside of you, you know, for a while. But it was supposed to, it doesn't come to the surface until you are awakened. So through this process of like understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become an awakened person. So you're led to step into a new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. You ask yourself, where and how can I show up more authentically in my life? What makes me feel like I'm living in my truth? Are my relationships in alignment with who I am at this moment? What mask am I still wearing to make me feel loved, secure, and significant? This is pure survival, like Jamil Peterson would say. Okay? Pure and utter, stone cold, third eye chakra survival. Have you been using your sixth sense recently? Your intuitive powerhouse, that third eye. You see what I'm saying? And it is guiding you in the right direction. It's like your third eye sees far beyond your two eyes and the limitation of your mind, which can only dream up of what is known. It's like your intuition speaks to you in whispers and visions and feelings. So you find you making it a language, whatever your third eye is telling you. You know why? Because that's how God talks to people, through the third eye. So when people don't see calamities hitting them, hit them like a whole Mack truck. Just hit them as they cross in the street. For example, it's because their third eye is blocked. You know, the more you become aware of it, the easier the dialogue becomes. When you don't talk to God, he won't talk to you. You know, your third eye is taking you on a very journey that your very soul was put on this planet to fulfill. You came here to live, love, and learn. And as you continue doing that through a third eye, it's like you're starting to surpass limitations and you find yourself limitless. Somebody didn't expect to see themselves smoking a cigar in Cuba with their feet up for no reason. You know, you trust your intuition and keep moving forward. The path, it illuminates. It'll continue to illuminate, taking all the necessary steps. So with the third eye, on top of finding contentment, you have the contentment because your intuition isn't blocked, and then you got truth. Wait, what did I say about Ganesha again? I forgot. I forgot because I'm busy talking. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I forgot what I said about Ganesha. Oh, new beginnings. The truth is, your new beginnings, you are going into new beginnings and you are removing obstacles. I feel like you're picking up on people's distaste in themselves because they didn't do you right. Root chakra and fortune, your pearls of wisdom. Maybe even, I feel like it shocks you too a little bit, because you know, when you have to cut certain people, it's like you cutting off people or distancing yourself from people or or like spiritually led away. It's not like you're being nasty. I just feel like you're led away from people. You are misled towards people and to stay with people, and I feel like you're being moved away from them. The morality, the root chakra, there we go. Your kindness, your generosity, your compassion beam to everybody around you because you're grounded. You see what I'm saying? This is attracting people to you. They recognize your aura. They see your royalty. They see that you are royal material. This gets into the meat and potatoes of the messages I was picking up right here. Because you got your sacral chakra too. So you got a couple chakras. Third eye, root, sacral, your fire and water. This gave me 6 of cups, but it's called dosha. Airy dosha. Your sacral chakra is, you live in bliss right now. I'll just say that. Because that's the chakra of creativity. It's abundance. It's pleasure. It fills up your cup and pours it all over the canvas of life. It's like, this is the time to put all your creative projects first. It's the very ones you've had on the shelf for months or years. This is also the time to work on shifting your relationship with money and see it as an energetic tool that can bring you great freedom. And now that's interesting because it's on top of the root chakra, where the root chakra is like you're manifesting a home because you found stability. So this reading is talking about your north node. Some of your north node could be in Gemini. So this is also the time to focus on pleasure. What makes you feel turned on? You know, you learn about Tantra and cultivate that divine feminine energy from within. I feel like you should walk around your house naked, dance around your living room in luxurious oils for your body. You know, you treat yourself in the way that you would a lover. For you are your greatest. You're the shit by yourself. Knowing you're the shit by yourself brings in the right person who know they're the shit too, without you. They don't have to misuse and abuse you. So you don't come out the house with that kind of energy. And then what's next is powerful, strong-willed, and feisty. The fire and water element right on top of telling the truth, right on top of new beginnings and removers of obstacles. I feel like you're reading people their rights, Virgo. Fire and water are the two most powerful elements. And I said that about water because I said that about this card. This card gives me like water vibes. Not like the Six of Cups by way of reminiscence. But it could be. Because you are in a new beginning and you are removing obstacles. So you remember yourself to be a certain way, especially with contentment and your third eye chakra and, you know, the things like that. But listen here. Those two elements, the fire and the water, they create, they destroy together, you know. They are empowering you today. So you're in a determined place in your life. You know what you want, and that fire has been set under your ass to achieve it, and you're setting goals for yourself and focused on the task at hand. So perhaps this is the time to emerge as a leader and teach others the strength and wisdom. You know, you're transforming the world with your actions. So you don't just lose connection with the water within you, but remember to play. If that makes sense. I heard I got a song for you. Who wants to play with Virgo today? I hear who wants to smoke with me. I never drew this card before, but it's very beautiful to me. You know, it did. The first word was communication, but I also see water. I see the depths. I see her in solitude. I see solace. I see peace when I see this card. You see how she's at peace. A creative one. This is about creativity, imaginative, and unpredictable. And that seems like it sums up you, especially at this time. It's time to let your ideas flourish. You have gotten up a gust of that wind energy. This is airy because it's windy. And you're riding its waves out to deeper waters. So ideas are bubbling within you, and your body has become a vessel for those creative blessings. So you're dancing to the rhythm of your thoughts, and you're letting them take you to higher places. You're allowing it. You're getting out of your own way. So this is mutable energy. And then I said Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a mutable sign, right? The veil between the stars and the earth has been lifted, and the downloads you are receiving are straight from God. We know, because we got third eye chakra right here too, right? So you got to be sure to anchor them down to earth with action. Don't just keep them to yourself. You got to act on them so your visions can manifest into reality. You're just not playing no games. I ain't playing no games with these niggas. They so fake and so phony. Ooh. That energy of that song with Future singing that shit. So as it pertains to this is like final. I got some tarot cards too. I shuffled them, I threw them down, and I just left them like that. So we got 3 tarot decks to get through. So recently, this is about the control of the senses. Recently, you let go of some distraction in your life and everything has upgraded ever since. It's them fuck niggas that was trying to be an enigma to your progress. You cut them off. Once you have a taste of peace, you'll cut anybody off to keep it. With no apologies. Okay? You realize that holding on to things like your food, your stimulants, or people only keep you anchored into that physical world. So what I'm saying is, remember when I said you don't drink, you don't smoke, no frivolous sex, you don't do shit but focus on yourself, and everything has been blessing after blessing after blessing ever since. Ever since. My arms keep sticking to the cards. That's why I keep moving. Well, I'm here. I got a song for you. I feel like that. I feel like this. You're gonna write somebody's gonna write a kick-ass lyrical song or release a song with lyrics that is so like hard because it's so in depth as it talks about moving into a space that don't require nonsense. I feel like that. You know, everything that ties you to the physical world. This is real ethereal energy. Someone's next creative project is going to be deeply spiritual. Truth lies in letting go of all that is not you, like your daily coffees, like the piece of chocolates, the social media addictions, or you're just needing to buy shit that you don't want or don't need. You know, those were once a part of your identity and now they've diminished. You don't go hardcore shopping. And it was interesting because I was in a shoe store. I had to get my little one another pair of shoes for school, a different pair of shoes. I'll say a different pair of shoes for school. And I couldn't make up my mind. And the person, I said, you got to understand the space I'm speaking from. I would rather invest. I used to come in here and buy 4 or 5 pair of shoes at a time for my children each. They have multiple pairs of shoes. I do that. I'm notorious for doing that. And I said I'm not doing that kind of shit right now. So it was interesting. That part kind of relates to me. You know, that part diminished. Like I will come in here and buy every fucking thing I want because I can. You see what I'm saying? This is the time to go deeper into letting go of any attachments, even though, you know, that is even those that are like less obvious that people don't know you have. You know, continue like you pray a lot. You know, which draws you immediately into the control of the senses and illuminates what you've been holding on to. It is only from here that you can listen to the truth. It's only up from here. It's only up from here. So now you got a visual, a premonition. You got the visual of my premonition. What if everything is as it should be? How would that make me feel? Well, you got some people that want to right past wrongs. You got the Venus of Rose, alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. You got big picture thinking, which is a big Sagittarius card to me because it's Palladius energy. It's visionary, inspired ideas, and the anointed. The leadership. That's a true leader. I would love to have a Sag as a leader because they're gentle spirits. You don't want to fuck with them, but they're gentle on the spirit. They're easy on the spirit. You can have very broad horizon based conversations with these groups of people. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. In case you haven't noticed, they're some of my favorite people. In case you haven't noticed, they're some of my highest views too. Some of them. Like the views go up and down to me, and I feel like it's the algorithm, but I also feel like the drama left. Whoever was like trolling you, watching your content, if you have somebody who makes content, creative content, keep doing that shit. Don't let somebody put a nasty energy, send a nasty energy your way. I feel like you and that Sagittarius energy, you sent it right back. Because there you go. You have defenselessness. I'm sorry, writing past wrongs of rooting because they need a fucking job. That's why. Here, that's what I said. You are the anointed. And I'm not kissing you, like kissing ass or like boosting you up. That's not how I mean it. I just mean you're a Sigma. What is a Sigma? Somebody who you could fuck around and find out with these people. A Sigma male and female is people who are quietly building. Their strength is very quiet. You don't see it like a hothead. You could disrespect somebody like that and they not gonna forget that shit. You think what I'm saying? It's like their get back is strategic, calculated, and virtuous. So you might think you have this person in the bag. Oh, this is a beginner. This person ain't doing shit. You dig what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, you come out with a fucking string of goddamn stores in the mall. Like, how you got 4 or 5 stores in one fucking mall? Where did that come from? You just was right here as an extern. Now you're over here with 4 or 5 stores in the mall. Like, where did that come from? Sigma. That's a Sigma energy. You can. I challenge you to study it. I invite you to study it. You cracked open is in reverse. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. These are people who didn't want to listen. They didn't want to believe, and so they didn't listen. Even the bloom is in reverse. But you see this? That's a powerful card when it's in the upright, but it is flipped over. And so was the bloom. Creations realize, right time, harvest, celebrate. They don't know what the hell they didn't know. So now you got to tell them. But just because they don't know them means you're supposed to have them around. Remember, you're supposed to be focusing on your feminine, the femininity in it, the feminine energy in you. Man or woman, doesn't matter, Virgo. Okay? The gentleness. You focus on your purity and your aura. This does not change. This does not change. That's why you have this. So this doesn't change. You're a great teacher. Yep, because you're the courageous pony, multifaceted, unique nature. You let yourself be seen. And that sucks that the grandmothers are in reverse. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. These motherfuckers sold out. They failed their ancestors. Wait a minute, eccentric. Nah, let's get into it. They failed their ancestors. They forgot where they came from. You hear Cat Williams. He forgot he was a nigga. He forgot that it was us supporting him when he had that big ass, greasy ass, bell pepper ass note. Now, he's talking about somebody I love, but I understand his point. So, to take the person he's talking about out of it, the point is, these motherfuckers forgot where they came from. If grandmother is in reverse, they forgot who they are. They sold out for a check, only to be sorry because you're the one that's the multifaceted, courageous peony. It's like they thought you were weak. That's what a Sigma male and female is. People often mistake them as somebody who's weak and easy to push over. But you're just somebody who can't be broken. You're not somebody who can be weakened like that. And they don't know how to say they do, they want to, but they can't. I feel like in other news, I feel like for you feel like your efforts are not good enough. You've been feeling like that you went through a phase where you feel like, is this enough for my whole lineage, or is this just enough for me and my if you have kids or something like that, me and them, maybe a parent, maybe my parents, but is this enough for my whole ancestry? You're afraid of failing your ancestry, because you feel like you have to go against where you came from. If this is in reverse, remembering your roots, you almost feel like they're trying to take that from me just so I can feel successful. Which can be a little farce as you continue moving forward. Even deep cellular healing is in reverse. This is about physical and emotional healing, and we talked enough about that with the energy from the beginning. Okay? I feel like you got out of that mindset because you have soul gifts and you've been training for this. I feel like for lifetimes. I feel like you went through a period where you felt dried out with sustainability, and as it pertains to your spiritual, your overall health and spiritual well-being. I feel like this is a phase where you feel like if this is going to overtake the situation or has a tendency of flaring up at times, is this enough? You dig? So there's a lack of physical and emotional healing, but that's how you attracted the people you now have to cut off to preserve your peace, because you went through that phase and they thought they could take advantage. Well, they messed around and found out. This is a very much a Parvati and Shiva kind of vibe. I feel like Shiva is the abundant one and Parvati is the gentle one. Okay, we have the Empress, we have the Moon, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Magician, the King of Pentacles, a lot of Earth energy, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Maybe at the beginning of this, the first 40 minutes, that was a disclaimer. That was a disclaimer for this message. Okay. I noticed that the King and Queen of Pentacles have two major arcanas sitting right next to him. But if you notice, okay, the Queen of Pentacles is on, she's in between two major arcanas, the Moon and a Hermit. So this Queen of Pentacles is mastering herself by herself. You know, this is somebody who is not, you know, see how she's masturbating? She's taking care of her own needs. She's not really receptive. She's not open to bringing energies in her space. Okay? Now the Empress and the Moon. That feminine energy, that gentleness. The Moon, pay attention to what's in your dream state. Even though the Moon often talks about you not knowing everything. Someone dreamed of fishes last night, and someone is going to realize they're pregnant through a dream. That's one. When this King and Queen of Pentacles mesh together, okay, it's a heightened intuition. You could have saw all this in a dream of who you're going to be with, what you're supposed to be doing. This Queen of Pentacles with the Hermit card is in retreat. She fell back. I mean, like, she's not so flashy right now. This King of Pentacles with the Magician is trying to manifest this Queen of Pentacles. Now this King of Pentacles could have obviously dreamt this about this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the Virgo man. Virgo men, you dreamt this about your person, about working together. Once you come together, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is work ethic, massive work ethic. That's a workhorse, strong work ethic. But look how the roses are facing each other. You bring some, I bring some. Like, that's mutual respect. And the Six of Wands. To divide 6 into 2, that's 3 and 3. So again, that's going back to being virtuous. And it's going to be a painless process. This person, the Queen of Pentacles, is waiting for this King of Masculine. Wow. This Queen of Pentacles is waiting for this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is manifesting this person, and this Queen of Pentacles is doing all kinds of self-improvement to y'all manifesting each other. And it's two Virgo energy. So this could be two people with prominent Virgo placements in their charts. I see it. I see it. This person masturbates to who they saw in the dream state. And then the Empress does talk about creativity. We got the sacral chakra here, and you got the Empress here. Okay? So these are my intuition deck. This is going to tell me everything that's going to further clarify these cards I just laid down. So the Eight of Wands is clarifying the Empress. The Six of Cups is in reverse, clarifying the Moon. Hold on, you gotta space out a little bit. The Ace of Swords is on top of the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Swords is on top of the Hermit. This Queen of Pentacles is smart as all fuck. This Queen of Wands is on top of the Magician. Your haters are going to call you witchy. Or the haters think this man Virgo is a witch. Like a male witch. Because the Queen of Wands is on top of that Magician. That's feminine energy. They think he's sassy, and they think he's a witch. Bro, okay, the Sun is on top of the King of Pentacles. This motherfucker happy as all hell. The Hangman is on top of the Six of Wands. And the Ace of Cups is actually in reverse for the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you think you could have missed the opportunity for growing a kingdom with a kingdom spouse. A lot of you have empires independently. So this King of Pentacles has an empire. This Queen of Pentacles has an empire. So how do you collide that together? The Eight of Wands is naturally a big yes card, but it's fast moving. So I see this as it pertains to business. Your business is going to take off fast. 8 weeks. You're going to see prominent results the first 8 weeks, the first 8 months. 8 days, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years kind of thing. Increments of 8. The moon. I heard it's not so secret. The Six of Cups in reverse is like something's not over for somebody. You just don't know it yet. Someone, it could, for those of you, this is somebody who has not let you go, or something is not going to be just as fast. It's not a quick fit. It's not a one-hit wonder. You made that one massive ass hit and you ain't do shit else. That's not it. People are not going to be thinking, hey, whatever happened to such and such? He was a one-hit wonder. She was a one-hit wonder. That ain't it with the Six of Cups in reverse. Because when it's in the upright, it's about reminiscence. You're thinking about the past. Something has passed by. And you're thinking about it. You have nostalgia about it. Not in reverse. And that's what you don't know with the moon. But you have an intuition that something powerful is in the mix. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So someone is given that third eye energy, that heightened clarity. So you're not bogged down by too many thoughts about ideas to be more creative, to be more successful. You have mental clarity of where you should start and where you should, how you should maneuver and manifest everything. Well, you go ahead, you little courageous pony, you, with the Hermit and the King of Wands. This is somebody who's smart. Okay? Very smart, fair, direct. I told you cut people off, and people are missing the point. They have missed the point about you because you answered the call. Somebody wants to right their wrongs, but you are in hermit mode. Whether you are like romantically involved with them or not, you're more focused on your self-care, your self-love. And it strengthens your mentality. It strengthens your thoughts. It heightens your career. This is tantric sex to me. With the King of Swords and the Hermit, see how she's masturbating? Tantric sex. And this is telekinesis. This is a strong manifestation as well. This is strong mental, a strong imagination. These are transformation under the moon. You know, manifested a lot being in this position. Sorry to be so graphic, but you have. That's how you, once you realize what you want to do and you're super passionate about it, I feel like your sacral chakra becomes more heightened because you're very creative, clearly. Very creative, you know, so, and multifaceted. So I like to use that word because it's talented. It's bringing in a lot of abundance. And people think you're a mad person on top of everything else because they can't get to you. People try to weaken you. You can't weaken no King of Swords. That's a masculine, action-taking, direct energy. I'm going to let you know where you're falling short on your issues or where you're falling short as it pertains to what we're supposed to be doing together, and I'm going to leave you be and get back to my own endeavors because I ain't got time. Kind of thing. This Queen of Wands and this Magician can be a little witchy, or just heightened manipulation. Heightened sexual prowl, sexual energy used to manipulate or create. You obviously are creative. It's starting with the Empress. Everything takes off fast. When you meet this person, things are going to take off fast. It's heightened. Both your sacral chakras is going to go crazy. Okay, your third eye chakra is going to go crazy. Your root chakra is going to go crazy. Like, you're going to think of every 1,000,001 idea that you knew that you were already doing for yourself. It's like something less magnetic to each other. That y'all attracted each other in that feminine receptive energy. Y'all attracted each other. But then you shift into that masculine energy and take control, you know, with the Hermit. The Hermit is seeking inner wisdom too. So a King of Swords is very wise. Can even be a law enforcer, but the King of Swords is very wise. This could be somebody with a Virgo moon okay? But this King of Swords this is somebody who's hyper intelligent. This is somebody who, Adidas, all day I dream about sex, but I also have a reading that's called Adidas, a devil is doing a spell, something like that. So that's where the witchy vibes. The people I feel like call this King of Pentacles sassy as all hell because he's flamboyant and he's unapologetically him, eccentric, right? That's why we're just eccentric today. With this King of Pentacles and the Sun, that is joy, that is pleasure, that is happiness, pure. You can't tell this person nothing. You see what I'm saying? With the Sun, that's illumination. He is proud and loud and loves to be on the scene and loves to be seen, even if he's a little mysterious at times, or a lot of mysterious at times. It's this person's mystery that draws a lot more attention on him with that Sun. But that's his energy too. People gravitate to this person, and he knows his power, so he knows what he's doing. And then the Six of Wands and the Hangman. You know how they say the Hangman that's another intuitive card. That's a very Neptunian energy. And I said something that this whole reading is ethereal. Anyway, so that Six of Wands energy is someone coming to you. And I saw the Hierophant. I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but this reading gives me Hierophant vibes. That's the note I wrote down. It all started by just something small, like friends just coming to you for counsel, and it turned into this big empire of an experience. And the Neptunian energy from the Hangman and the Six of Wands is public notoriety. You are known. People like your expertise. People are going to come to you. And I see big name people, high-end attorneys, FBI agents, authoritative figures of any kind, of anything in a law, in a judicial system, or just, entrepreneurs. Everybody who's anybody who has a name, who holds some power, some weight, uses your expertise. Whether it's direct or if you make content, they listen to it. They seek counsel. They research off of the things that you say, because it's something in the way that you read is different. It's something in the way that you read messages or how you perceive things they're different. You're just eccentric, very different. And that public notoriety is also how you manifested this. You know how they say the Hangman is like, you are capable of getting yourself out of the situation. In this case, you're capable of putting yourself in the situation. You're staying there as long as you want to. Okay? I feel like you enjoy showing up for people. Last, this Eight of Pentacles with this Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups this is not the help. I mean, the Ace of Swords is here and the Ace of Cups. I feel like when he came around the first time, the person didn't perceive it well. They were more focused on themselves, as it sits next to the Eight of Pentacles. Or it's clarifying the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who feel like, I have to rely on myself. And they missed the opportunity. They missed it. So when it comes around this time, the energy is so potent, it's like, I'll never do that shit again. With the Ace of Swords is here in the upright. I gotta drink some water. So this, you got a match with the King and Queen of Pentacles, but you also have a King of Swords and Queen of Wands. So that's a balance. You two are a match for each other, but you're also a balance to each other. Okay? Strong manifester with that Queen of Wands and that Magician. So people, disclaimer, your haters are going to accuse y'all of playing in the divination, in the dark arts. But you have big picture thinking. That's the Sag energy I was talking about with that Queen of Wands. And it's right on, I put it right on top of the big picture thinking. So what if everything is as it should? From this reading, I feel like it is. It is as it should. It is as it should be, and you are allowing yourself to enjoy it instead of just going from one thing to the next. How would that make you feel? I feel this energy looks passionate. It feels very passionate. It feels very ethereally, spiritually connected to everything that you do. And it's calculated in a way where you're listening to what's coming through your third eye. You're listening to guidance. You're asking for guidance. So for me, this Hierophant energy to me is you become like that, like you're a Don Corleone. It started off something as innocent as him and his friends, and it turned into a big empire. But what I feel like is you're healing, how they say you heal the family bloodline, scratch the blood part out and put spiritual in place of it. So you're healing the family's spiritual line. Wherever they got misled, misguided, misused, and abused and confused. Okay? This is all being corrected. Your man dreams about you. I wrote that on a piece of paper, and here's the moon and the Six of Cups. And the fertility. So this King of Pentacles, definitely with this magician, as I had it out the first time, they're going to be super passionate about you, because the King of Pentacles and the magician have two fire elements. The sun, that's Leo, and the Queen of Wands. That's Sagittarius in this reading, as it pertains to this reading. But the reason I feel like you show up as a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles, how you match is because both of you have built independent empires. Instead of doing it the traditional way, that's why the grandmother card could be in reverse too. Instead of marrying first and building together, y'all built first and then married. Y'all did something that was non-traditional, with the grandmother being in reverse. So this receptive energy, this gentle energy, this gentle energy is important for your abundance. It's conducive for your abundance. Now, remember I showed you Parvati and Shiva. I'm going to tell you a little backstory about them, and I'm going to stop right there because I've made my point. Okay. So you just keep doing what you're doing. Be content with doing nothing as you need to do nothing. And you don't need to do that much. 1, 2, 3 could be significant. 111, 444, 333, 555. You see them repeating numbers. I saw 25, 25, and then I saw 38, 38, 17, 17. So that means something, you guys. Shiva is, y'all, I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna tell you the backstory about Shiva and Parvati. This is y'all two, this King and Queen of Pentacles. So it's very interesting that I kept those cards on the side. This is somebody who is destructive, about destruction and rebirth. So there's a Pluto energy here. Okay, all of it is, remind you how it's all spiritual and heightened. Pardon me, y'all. I didn't realize I got bit by something. So you're courageous meets peaceful with the tiger's eye and the turquoise. Turquoise is about peace. All of this is like Indian culturally based, or like Indian is derived from Indian culture. You are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as an Adiyogi, the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance on top of the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement, stillness, and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. So pulling Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, your body, your mind, or ego. And it represents doing that inner work to evolve. It also is a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. That is Shiva. Parvati, And I look at the numbers. 95 breaks down to a 14. 14 is the temperance. The temperance is Sagittarius, that philosophical energy I was like creatively expressing in this reading. Now hold this. This is about devotion, love, and yoga. You pull upon Parvati when you have taken immense action towards becoming your higher self. Okay? Parvati was in love with unattainable Shiva. This is a part of Hindu mythology, where these names come from. Parvati was in love with unattainable Shiva. Here, we could do this. We could just do this. Who was deep in the mountains practicing yoga and detached from the material world. She knew he needed the feminine to bring him down to earth, but he was totally inaccessible. Instead of begging and pleading, Parvati decided to become her highest self and seek enlightenment through yoga. Now, her family objected, saying women cannot be yogas, but she headed to the mountains anyway, where she stood in a frigid stream, balancing on one leg for unaccountable months or years. Eventually, Shiva felt her immense energy and fell in love with her because of her strength and determination. Parvati represents commitment to practice, unbreakable willpower, and the power of self-transformation. So you're led to continue your journey. Whoever resonates with the side of who resonates with Parvati, because this is the feminine energy and this is the masculine one, obviously. So I feel like in this case, the man works very well in his feminine energy, even if he is a masculine man. He works well in his feminine energy, and this woman, who is the same oxymoron, who could be very feminine, but works well in her masculine energy. So you're told to continue your journey towards enlightenment. So obviously, as it just explained, this could be a twin flame story, okay? Because that's really what it means to don't chase, just focus on yourself and the energy pulls. So the energy pull for one, as Shiva does immense inner work. So one of you are spiritually stronger than the other one. And the feminine one, this could be the man not wanting to chase you or feel like they don't want to chase you because they're in that they can go in that receptive energy anyway. Somebody's losing the ego because this is a Pluto energy, okay? And this one is just is very feminine and receptive. So with that being said, this is how the two of you would definitely show up. This person's high energy. Shiva is high energy. Whoever represents Shiva and who represents Parvati. You see what I'm saying? Parvati, I feel like is the King of Pentacles. Because they were more wrapped up in the material world and Shiva is more spiritual. This is more practical energy with Parvati. So this person is going to end up detaching from the material world spiritually. So it's like I said, I crossed it out. Instead of healing the family bloodline, I crossed the blood part out and wrote spiritual. Does that make sense? Okay. So this has been your artistry and your creative expression. But this is a very strong Sag energy in this reading. And it's probably because the person who has the Sag in their chart, they're the ones that's on this philosophical journey. They're on this journey to self. I want to know God better. I want to know myself better. I want to know everything better. What do I need to study today? Okay, so the answer to that question was your gentleness and your abundance. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Gentleness and abundance. Look how she's looking at the purity. Like look how this one's looking at this one. Look, like all this abundance is like me having all this material gain. I can't describe the feeling that I have for this person. So your man is very in love with you. He's very in love with you. He's strongly manifesting you. Somebody saw it in the dream state, okay? And there are, in a way, aggressively pursuing you or manifesting you. They want you here. You see what I'm saying? You could be doing the same thing, but it's all ethereal. It's all in an ethereal sense. Okay, that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.